All right, today we're going to be touching up on a movie about the Great Vietnam War, and it's very realistic, in my opinion. The research I did, I never fought in the Vietnam War. I'm way too young, but from what I've read and heard, this is very realistic about what was going on in Vietnam War. Hamburger Hill was an actual battle that did happen back then. And so let's get into this. So first off, this is like your typical 80s Vietnam War type of movie where you just got like an assembly of cast. You don't really have like one main character. The platoon or the group is the main character, but you do get to know some individuals. You got Doc, you got the lieutenant. Everybody has their own little nicknames for everyone. You got like Motown. So, you know, kind of identify a little bit like Forrest Gump, you know, how he has Tex, Bubba, and stuff, and like the names are nothing like their original names, just their nicknames. So you got that kind of cast going on. The movie really starts off, it'll give you a little taste right at the beginning. You got a little battle going on, and then for the first act, after that about 10-minute battle, 5-10 minute battle scene, we get to know the characters, get to really know what the life of a Vietnam soldier was in between the battles. We see them interacting with the natives. One is like a little girl here. She's on the side of the road trying to sell them soda pop. We see them going to like a bathhouse, I guess, or a little club. You know, they're interacting with the women, taking a little bath with them. The interaction between those two, between the women and the men. And then we get the Battle of Hamburger Hill. And first, you know, the hill was very lush and green. And then by the time, and then when they're shooting an enemy, you don't really see what they're shooting at. They're just shooting at trees at the very beginning of this battle. And then as each day progresses, as time goes, the forest that was real green just starts to die, and eventually there's no more trees standing. There's just like stumps of them. No green vegetation. The hill is just mud. They're trying to climb up to the top of it. And then you actually can see what they're battling. You can see how the enemy is entrenched on this hill. You got how they actually fought in the Vietnam War. You know, you got them fighting, and then they call in air support with the helicopters come in and start bombing the heck out of the hill and using air cover. You got friendly fire going on during this time. It's very chaotic. You actually kind of feel like you're in this battle with these guys. You know, it gets very intense. It's very well shot. And, you know, you do start to care for these guys. But sometimes, if I have to put one negative, it kind of feels like, just like I said, it's kind of like how all these 80s Vietnam movies were. You know, they're introducing these guys just so they could kill them off, and so you can kind of feel for them. And in this movie, it's no different. I guess that's kind of like a spoiler. But, you know, you get attached to these guys. You like their personality. I really like the interactions between you. They show like the interactions between the black soldiers, the white soldiers. You know, on downtime, you know, they might have a little bit of conflict. But once they get into this battle, they're all for one for all type of thing. No matter what your skin color is, they're backing each other up, helping them. It touches upon the importance of letters going from the soldiers to home and home back to the soldiers. How these letters could lift their morale. If it's a good letter, if they get like a Dear John letter or a bad news from home, it can kind of wreck them. And sometimes this is at the wrong time because you're trying to fight a battle. You got to get your head straight, but then you got stuff going on back in America where it can kind of distract you. You got that kind of storyline going on as well. Got a little bit of politics, a little bit, you know, where whether it's real life or just perception. You have a part before the big battle where a guy is kind of feeling sick, and the doc, who's a black guy, you know, he doesn't give him a relief, so he doesn't have to fight because he's feeling ill. But he was like, because he's black. But if he's a white guy, he said, yeah, the white guys can get off anytime they want to. You get that kind of little commentary with this movie. Overall, I think this movie does a great job of capturing the atmosphere, the setting, everything about the Vietnam War. You got these soldiers to try and capture this hill. They have no reason why. Why is it important? Why they're doing this? All they know is that they got to go through this hill and kill these people. And afterwards, they do. They win the battle. But then, this doesn't really matter. It doesn't mean anything. Just that they killed a bunch of people, and now they just gotta. That unit has to prepare to go somewhere else to fight in another little skirmish. Of course, I don't know. It's like a 40-year-old movie, right? So, the bad thing is, like, all your main characters, all the guys that you get to know, basically die. They're slowly dying throughout the film, and at the end, and like whoever's left, just gets cut down. In the end, so you're kind of left as a viewer, like all that sacrifice for a hill that eventually they just gave back over to the Viet Cong afterwards. But if you've never seen a Vietnam War movie, you want to kind of get the feel of what it was like fighting in Vietnam, I would recommend Hamburger Hill. Hamburger Hill, I think it's really well done. You have Don Cheadle. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's in the Marvels movies, so this is like his beginning of his career before, he got into that franchise. He's very good in this. Actually, the acting is very well. Like, he's in it, but he's just as good as everybody else. Let's just say that. So I recommend Hamburger Hill, especially if you like good war movies. It's an excellent war movie. So check it out. Have you seen Hamburger Hill? What's your feelings on it? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? If you did fight the Vietnam War, what's your feelings on it? Did they do a good job of capturing that moment in time? Hopefully everybody's having a great day. After watching Hamburger Hill, though, you might not have a great day. Just a little warning if you've never seen it before. Have a great day, and until next time, bye.